Rather than lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the show. We're going to be discussing lots of Arsenal stories, growing optimism that we will sign Gabriel today. An agreement between the two clubs is very close, according to the Times, and also Ben Jacobs. We're also looking at Fabrizio Romano and the update around Gabriel Jesus and Christopher Nkunku. Aaron Hickey, according to the Scotsman, one of the biggest publications in Scotland, confirming that Arsenal are closest to getting in Aaron Hickey. Zinchenko as well. Cucurella could be moving to Manchester City, and Zinchenko on his way to Arsenal. We'll also discuss what Victor Osimhen and Arsenal are up to, because it looks like a new bid is coming from the same journalist who confirmed that Arsenal are interested in Dusan Vlahovic in January. That and more is coming in on the podcast. Hit the like button, people. We are very, very close to 41,000 subscribers. We are actually 100 subscribers away from 41,000. So make sure that you get that done as early as possible. And also the biggest thing you can do for me on this YouTube channel is hit the like button. Let's do that. Let's get this video to 300 likes. And of course, also get down in the comments below. Tell me what you think about these stories. Tell me what you feel about Arsenal's transfer situation. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it slow? Is it fast? Are you frustrated? Talk to me in the comments, because I will be there to listen to you. Now, let's get to the content. Let's start off with Fabrizio Romano, again writing in The Guardian, and also quoted in an exclusive with quote offside, reporting around Arsenal and Christopher Nkunku and Gabriel Jesus. With Gabriel Jesus, he said contacts ongoing. Today, in the next hours, you expect something big. You expect an agreement between Arsenal and Manchester City. That story has been carried over by Gary Jacobs of the Times, and has confirmed that Arsenal have put in a bid very close to 50 million euros, and that is around 38 million euros, million pounds, sorry. So we're expecting that deal to get done today. According to reliable reports, you expect Manchester City and Arsenal to find an agreement. You also expect Arsenal and Gabriel Jesus to set a date for the medical, and everything should be done and dusted today. The feeling around Manchester City, as they always do, they want to complete their signings. They want to end their signings as early as possible. Erling Haaland is already in. They're looking to sign Calvin Phillips, whose deal could be very, very soon, quicker than all of us do expect. And then also they're looking to bring in Cucurella. A bid, according to Fabrizio Romano, is incoming. So they want to do their transfer business and wrap it up as early as possible. Of course, you do understand them. Their title challenges. They played so many games in the last campaign, and now they're looking to find a way of getting rest for their players, but also integrating the newcomers into the squad. So they want to complete their transfers as quick as possible. They need Gabriel Jesus to get out of the club as quick and soon as possible, so they can bring in Calvin Phillips, Cucurella, and also try to prepare for preseason as they wait for the beginning of the season, which comes in on the 5th of August. So Fabrizio Romano confirming contacts ongoing. An agreement in the next hours is key, and it is very, very close. Also, Fabrizio speaking about Christopher Nkunku. Now, today in the morning, I reported around Christopher Nkunku a story from Rudy Galetti, one of those very, very interesting journalists, very lucky but very reliable. He said, look, there is no offer. There are no offers from PSG and Arsenal for Christopher Nkunku. Fabrizio Romano again confirming this afternoon that yes, there is a lot of speculation around Christopher Nkunku, but it is one that is gonna be very, very hard for Arsenal to do. Now, the difference between Fabrizio and Rudy Galetti is that Fabrizio has not ruled out a summer move for Christopher Nkunku whatsoever. He said, look, with transfers, anything can happen. With Neymar, with Nkunku, everything can happen. Anything can happen during the transfer window, but there is no offer yet to RB Leipzig. He's also said that this one is going to be a very, very hard one. It's going to be very pricey. First and foremost, they're looking at around 100 million euros, and the basic reason and the basic reasoning behind that is they want to 100% keep the player against all odds and at all costs. So it looks like Leipzig do not want to sell. Fabrizio says yes, Arsenal interested. There is a lot of speculation, but it's a deal that is so hard for Arsenal to do. It is either Arsenal go out there and get someone, or get someone in their range, but Christopher Nkunku, he does not see that one happen. Now, the Scotsman, one of the biggest publications in Scotland, has also reported hugely around Aaron Hickey. And this is a story that I actually thought I was going to pick up in the morning, and somehow I didn't pick it up. So this is what is happening with Aaron Hickey. The Scotsman have reported, and they have said, despite the fact that the officials at Bologna yesterday came out and said that yes, our player is an expendable and he's he's gonna be staying here if there is no offer that matches our expectations. The general feeling around Bologna is that the player will not stay with them, and this is a very, very unique case, because the player is not pushing for a move out of Bologna, but it is highly expected that either Brentford or Arsenal will actually make will make a bid, or will make an offer that will tempt the Italian. They are not giants actually, because Bologna are not Italian giants, but the Italian side. One thing I will say again, quoting the Scotsman, they're saying Arsenal are leading that race, and the destination expected for Aaron Hickey this summer is Arsenal Football Club, not Brentford. Both clubs are interested, hugely and genuinely interested in this one. You look at Arsenal, their offer, our initial offer reportedly was 20 million euros according to Corriere dello Sport, and then 18 million euros from Brentford. Both offers were turned down. It looks like Bologna are looking out for 25 million euros for the young right back and also left back. So it looks like the Scotsman are very, very confident that Arsenal will get this one done over the line. I think it's one transfer that Arsenal can do low-key, very, very quietly. Just get it done, and we will celebrate it, but just get it done. It's one that Arsenal can complete without a lot of transfer speculation. Of course, with Arsenal, you cannot run away from the speculation. You cannot run away from the rumors. But Aaron Hickey, the Scotsman, one of the biggest publications there in Scotland, confirming that their countryman, will be moving to the Premier League, either Brentford or Arsenal, but Arsenal really topping the odds in that regard. Alexander Zinchenko could also be on his way to Arsenal Football Club. Now, Manchester City today has confirmed 100% by Fabrizio Romano. They are preparing a bid for Marc Cucurella, and it should be sent in very, very soon. Marc Cucurella is one of the biggest left backs now, in Europe. One of the biggest in the Premier League, in my opinion. He's absolutely so good. He's only played one season for Brighton ever since signing in from Spain, and he's been absolutely very majestic. So Manchester City are looking at him as one of the few players they want to add to their squad this summer. According to a couple of sources that I've actually read and analyzed, it looks like Brighton do not want to sell. The player still has a 4-year contract with Brighton. They do not want to sell, and you understand why they do want to sell. They're losing Bissouma already. They might not want to let go of Marc Cucurella, but of course, if a good offer comes in, it is going to be a hefty price, probably 50, probably 60, even up to 70 million euros that Brighton will be asking for in Marc Cucurella. But a bid is incoming, and of course, Marc Cucurella coming in there at left back means that Alexander Zinchenko will not be will not be high up the pecking order anymore, but in that Manchester City side. So it looks like Arsenal are interested in the player. The player wants a club that can guarantee him game time as a midfielder. He really wants to play as a left midfielder, as a part in that left central attacking midfield role. It looks like Arsenal can offer that, probably not on a daily basis, on game week in, game week card, but we can offer that to some extent. He can come in as backup and cover for Kieran Tierney, and also as backup and cover for Yuri Tillemans if he joins as a left central attacking midfielder. So Alexander Zinchenko, the mood, the feeling around him is that he might be leaving. West Ham also interested. I'm not saying this one is very, very close to joining Arsenal. West Ham also interested, and a couple of other clubs. So if it happens, it is going to happen because Arsenal have pushed and have pushed their hardest. Ekrem Corner around the deal on Gabriel Jesus has also come out and added another voice on that one, and he said, look, when it comes to this one, when it comes to Arsenal completing this one, it is very, very close. Initially it was 60 million euros, and Manchester City said, look, it's gonna be 50 million euros. We don't want to waste a lot of time in negotiations, but they have said any club that doesn't reach, or any bid that doesn't reach 50 million euros will not be listened to. Now, what I can confirm with Ekrem Can as well is that we do not have any other bids from Tottenham, from AC Milan, from Real Madrid, and also from Chelsea. There are no bids there. There are no bids. The only bids on the table are from Arsenal. The initial one, which was around 30 million euros, that one was actually chased right away. And Arsenal's second bid, which is around 50 million euros, is what is expected to be accepted by Manchester City. So on the coming hours, if you see me live, if you see me updating you with a done deal, do not be very shocked. Do not be very, very surprised. It is around the corner, and it is believed to be very, very close. Finally, we are looking at Victor Osimhen, and this one is another interesting one that has actually come out in the last few hours. I want to get the name of this guy very, very right, and where he works. Italian journalist for Gazzetta dello Sport, Carlo Lodisa, has actually come out and confirmed that Arsenal are drawing up an offer for Victor Osimhen, and the player could arrive by the end of the month. Now, the arrival by the end of the month is not the key point. The key point is that Arsenal are drawing up another bid for Victor Osimhen. Now, Carlo Lodisa, of course, he works with Gazzetta, like we have seen there on his Twitter. I mean, very, very many followers, 76.5 followers on Twitter. Pretty big numbers there. Of course, working for Gazzetta dello Sport, one of the biggest outlets in Italy, means you can, you will be able to get the following. But what is interesting around about this one is that Victor Osimhen I think it was last evening, we talked about him, and he was saying, look, anything can happen. Anything can happen in this transfer market. Arsenal look like they are really interested in the player. The 85 million euros that is being asked for, we are not really sure if Arsenal are really going to match that. Napoli are saying they don't want to listen to anything below 85 million pounds, which is 100 million euros. So according to Lodisa, he says a bid is being drawn up for Victor Osimhen. We do not know whether it is going to be matching the 85 million pounds, but of course they bought him at 68, which is very close to 70. So in my opinion, they will want to sell him at least 80 million this summer. So with all that being said, it looks like Arsenal's transfer optimism, Arsenal's transfer business is growing and becoming better and better. We're slowly growing from interested FC, trying to think about FC, and also asking FC to making bids, and then also trying to feel that we can start closing deals as soon as possible. My name is Cossy. Of course, that is the update. Fabrizio Romano confirming on both Gabriel Jesus and Christopher Nkunku that there is interest in Christopher Nkunku, but there is no bid, and it's going to be a very hard one, as RB Leipzig are asking for around 100 million euros. But then you're also looking at Fabrizio still confirming that in the next couple of hours we need to listen very, very clearly, because an agreement could be coming in from Manchester United and Manchester City and Arsenal, confirming that, of course, Gabriel Jesus' deal is great. Zinchenko, according to the Scotsman, not Zinchenko, but Aaron Hickey, according to the Scotsman, could be very, very close. Zinchenko to Arsenal could be on, as Cucurella moves very, very close to Manchester City. My name is Cossy. Hit the like button for me, subscribe to the podcast, and I'll see you in the next one.